Hey, welcome back to part two. My buddy, Mike Szemeredy. Did you like the first one? I thought you would. Quite an interesting fellow. I know how much he likes his Tiger Wood red on Friday. We'll see, because the first major is right upon us, is this week. So watch that, because there's got a lot of talent. 100 of the top 100 players are there. So Mike was a lot of fun. I'm going to get a chance to play with him again. We're going to do a TPC soon, and I just hope he doesn't laugh at my game. That's all. So Michael, thank you so much. We appreciate it. A lot of people do. They're already hitting you up. Who is that guy? Did he really? What years did he play? They want to know everything about you. So it was a good show. I'm so proud to have you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Mike, we love you. Take care, buddy. Part two. What keeps you playing, Michael? What keeps you playing this game?
Well, I other than my wife, she'd be leaving me at home and going to play on her own. It just keeps you moving. I love the combination of walking the course, especially when it's cart path only. I look at it as exercise, and I don't complain about it much. But I think it just gets you out in the fresh air, and you're moving all the body parts, and you're walking, and you're thinking, and you're competing, and then of course, the 19th hole is fun. Kind of sitting around and talking about those birdies you missed and the drives you put in the water. It's a lot of fun. And being on the USAM tour with all of my friends there, it's kind of like being back in college football and even pro for that matter. Just sitting around and talking about the course conditions and how you shot that day, and just keeps you young, man.
Keeps you young, brother. I miss it. I do. I cannot lie. I know you started late, as you said, 40. In the 25 years that you have been playing, what tip would Michael give a golfer that's either a beginner or an intermediate type player? What tip would you give?
Well, there's a lot of advice you could give in a lot of different ways, but there was a senior PGA Tour golfer that gave me a tip when I just started playing. My insurance company at the time was sponsoring a tent on the 18th fairway for the Lutz. But I went over and I was watching him putting, and he asked me if I was a golfer, and I told him I just started, and he gave me the greatest advice ever. He said, look, I know you want to go over that driving range and hit that driver and hit those irons and watch that flight of the ball, but at the end of the day, you need to learn how to putt and chip, because it's the scoring that is important and that's going to make the game fun. So I kind of listened to him back then. It's hard to do.
Yeah.
And that's what's kind of turned my game around, is just focusing on my short game. So I think it's, it's kind of like, if I can use an analogy, I'm an analogy guy. It's like going to the prom, getting a tuxedo, renting a limousine, and having a great date, but if you don't know how to dance, it's going to be a long night.
Yeah.
So, golf, you got to be able to, well, you're eventually going to get there. Now what do you do? And it's the putting, the chipping, and, of course, the bunker play.
Oh, that's a fabulous analogy. That is great. They're going to love hearing that. Yeah. I'm sure every guy that plays golf in America.
I went to the prom and I couldn't dance. So
couldn't dance.
It was
a long night. Michael, I appreciate your time and the candidness, and you're a great speech. You're a great take on the game of golf, and I think you're going to help a lot of our viewers out with the conversation that you just laid upon us. I appreciate it so much.
Well, I want to leave you with a thought, and it's a plug for the Golf Channel Tour and the U.S. Am Tour, and Gary Adamek, who does a great job.
Absolutely.
I play all over the state and all over the country when I can. Unfortunately, we're kind of closed in with this pandemic, and God bless everybody. Hope everybody's safe and well. But I'll never forget playing a 2-day major at Doral in Miami, and I ran into an incredible baseball player from the New York Yankees, Orlando Hernandez. And for people that don't know who he is, his nickname was El Duque, and he was a pitcher for the Yankees, and he's won a few World Series. And he was in a division above me, and he was in a playoff for that 2-day major. And he won the playoff, and he came in, and he was drinking a gallon of beer, and he was happy. And I went up and congratulated him. I said, El Duque, what'd you think? And he looked at me, and I was shocked. He said, Michael, I was more nervous in that playoff than I ever was on the mound pitching in a World Series.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll never forget that, and I've met a lot of great athletes, and it's that's this game. It brings a lot of people together, and it's a lot of fun, but, boy, I'll tell you, it's got a life unto its own.
There's a question I wanted to ask you as far as your stay in the NFL. Who was the best coach you ever played for?
Ooh, I have to think. I'll tell you what. I think one of the greatest coaches was my short stint with the Atlanta Falcons. There was a head coach by the name of Lehman Bennett, and he was just a nice, fatherly, great guy. He was tough, but he was really cool. And then, of course, Ray Malavasi was my head coach with the Los Angeles Rams. He was a great guy. So, I've been fortunate to have some great coaches. It's interesting when you get to that level. Everybody's really, really good. Everybody's really, really fast. They're usually a step faster than you are. And it's an eye-opening experience.
Are you telling me you couldn't run 4.5 40?
No, I did. I ran a 4.56.
There you go.
When I was uninjured,
Oh, yeah. Very nice, Michael. I thank you so much, my friend. We'll be talking soon, I'm sure.
Great catching up with you, my friend. Take care.
All right, Mikey. Wow, there you go. Part 2. Did you like his answer? I'm sure you did. Mike is a great fella, great friend, and we hope to have him on again sometime soon. Leave those comments. Keep them coming. I'll pass them along to him and let him know what you're saying. Cool beans? All right, you know the drill, like B-Man always says. Putt him like you own him, and rock the baby.